What's good, YouTube? This is Regs. So in today's video, I want to show you guys the easiest offense to run on Regs in Madden 22. So if you enjoyed this video, go and drop a like on the video right now. Go ahead and sub and turn those post notifications on. So in today's video, like I said, I'm gonna be showing you guys what I believe is the easiest offense to run in Regs, and also I'm gonna have a gameplay for you guys to kind of just talk over and go through. Now, I'm thinking about making this a series, so if you want to see a series on this, just drop a like. So basically what the series will be, I'll be going over different, basically meta offenses that are the easiest to run as far as like getting you the most, putting up the most points on offense, basically. So in today's video, I'm just gonna be showcasing a bunch, and I'm be using Hot Route Master. Now, normally normally my channel is Regs based, but you can actually take this principle and apply it to MUT. Now I'm actually in the Seahawks playbook. Again, I'm in the Seahawks playbook, and I believe the Seahawks have one of the best gun bunches as far as like variety goes. Now, primarily in the game, what you're gonna see me use is this Clear Out SC, and you're gonna also see me use this bunch trail a lot. So those are really the two plays that you really need on Regs, and it's crazy. You could literally dominate. So you can use the Bucks and use this gun bunch, and you can literally dominate. So that's how I'll probably do these videos. So basically, I'll show you guys, like for example, with the Bucks with Hot Route Master. I think this is the best Hot Route Master offense. A formation, and so like then I'll have like maybe a best general formation. I might have like a best like dual threat formation. So like I'm thinking about doing that for you guys, so you guys can just try out these teams. So like basically, for example, I have like the Ravens. I have like the Ravens team, like what I believe is the best formation to use with the Ravens, if that makes sense, like Lamar Jackson and all that. But anyway, that's just the thought process. But anyways, without further ado, man, let's go ahead and check out this gameplay so you guys can understand exactly what I'm talking about. Now, normally with gun bunch, I try to actually stay away from it, and the reason why is because it's so meta. And the setup that you're gonna see me use a lot is the setup that I gave you guys in the video that I put out on gun bunch, and then I showed you guys some other little concepts that I actually like to create. So in case you guys missed it in the video, actually you want to take square and put them on a drag route, but right here I actually put them on a slant just to see. But this little motion out route, that will pretty much destroy every single zone coverage in the game, and also with that hard corner route, it's also a man beater. So I mean, like, this setup right here is just really great. You can literally just run this setup, like just this setup, if you wanted to, and just win pretty much against anybody. Now against a very skilled opponent, you're gonna need to do some alternate setups, but versus the majority of the community, you can literally just use this right here. Like I said, I was putting them on a slant, but you can put them on a drag route, and then you want to take that guy and motion him out. But like I said, I broke down this play in detail, but you could tell it's just, what can you do about that? He's even zone dropping, and you still can't really account for that. So that should tell you right there exactly just how good this is with the Bucks. Like, honestly, you should never ever lose a game unless like there's a lot of fluky stuff happening. That's the only way you'll really lose with the Bucks. Now also, this is another setup that I really love too. So basically this is just going to create a double-sided read, to where no matter what, we're going to have somebody open as long as we have time. But I try to step up in the pocket by time. You can tell R1 was wide open in that gap. We just got to throw out a sack, and that's what I mean when I say fluky-ish stuff. So if you were to lose, this would be a perfect example of how you would actually lose. Let's say the game was on the line or whatever, you throw a pick because of something like that, but you can tell he did go down the store. We are going to get the ball on offense. But anyways, you guys can see, man, like this offense is just crazy, and personally, I don't like to use gun bunch just because I feel like it doesn't really take much skill, especially with Hot Route Master. You're really cheating at that point. Like, basically, I'm showing you guys how to cheat on Madden with these videos. So because Hot Route Master is just extremely crazy on this game. But anyways, you guys can tell we have a double-sided read. You can tell I had R1, but I actually was not paying attention. I actually didn't notice that he was actually using that deep half, and I did notate that in my head that, okay, he was using a deep half because I really thought he was gonna run that streak. So he actually should have baited me. Not even gonna lie to you, he definitely got cheated. Definitely. So that's what I figured out exactly what he's doing. He's playing really aggressive. So I figured that he was going to be giving me a one-play touchdown eventually. So right here, like I told you guys, I just wanted to come back to this setup. And this setup is good because you actually can run this setup to the short side of the field, like to the boundary. Now, normally you don't want to do that, but you can tell Circle did get wide open. You can tell, but I decided to hit my little check down. And that's why I said that setup is crazy, because even on the short side of the field, and you guys know you don't run bunch on the short side, but you still can with that particular setup. Yeah, so just let me know, man. Let me know if you guys like this. I'm trying to figure out how to switch up my content a little bit. So I'm starting to give you guys more gameplay, but at the same time, I don't want to keep giving you guys schemes on stuff you probably won't run. So I was like, you know what, let me kind of go back and just show you guys what I believe is the best, you know, formations that you can actually run on Madden with the teams, like to match up the teams and formation, if that makes sense. So like if you wanted to just, let's say you just want to get on Madden and cheese, right? Let's just say you want to just, you know, you just want to dominate people, you know, you're just having a bad day, you know what, I'm about to go whoop on everybody, and I'm gonna show you guys, okay, you want to go whoop on everybody, here, use this, you know, you want to go whoop on everybody, use that, because what I give you guys are schemes that you can hack, so you go and try, you know, so like these off meta formations, like wide off trips or something like that, I give you guys those in case you just want to try something new. But with these particulars, like with this particular, what's the word I'm looking for, not scheme, with this particular series, that's what I'm looking for. So with this particular series, I'm thinking about doing it to where you guys can be like, hey, you know, I feel like whooping somebody, so let me just go run this, you know, let me just go be overrated to run this, you know. So you could literally, like, honestly, I thought about doing a series where I just use just gun bunch and just seeing how many games I can win, but you guys know pro players are running this, you know, it's not really hard to run, you know, and the setups are out there, you know, but these are just setups that I just normally like to run, my general setups. You can tell it's just a lot of basically crossing routes, because that's just what works in Madden 22, a lot of crossing routes. But right here, this is a double post concept, which is really, really nice. You're going to be able to beat just about every single coverage with this concept, and man coverage is not going to have any chance, especially with the Bucks. I mean, they just have too many weapons. You got Grunt, you got Mike Evans, I mean, even Scotty Miller is actually good on here. I mean, of course, you got Chris Godwin. Like, it's just, you really have too much to worry about. Plus, you also got the two great offensive linemen right there that have abilities on them. So it's like you have no business losing with the Bucks. I'm not even allowed to. If you use the Bucks, you have literally no business. It's right there. Like I said, I actually thought I could fit that in there. You guys see it was open. I think I should have just threw it a tad bit earlier, but even still, I had my drag route underneath that was wide open. So you guys can see, no matter what, you know, like, and you could tell he's actually trying different defenses. So he's not just sitting in the same defense, you know, he's not just saying, you know what, I'm just going to play man coverage and forget about it, or I'm just going to play, you know, cover 3 and forget about it. He's actually like switching up his zones, switching up his coverages, switching up his user. As right there, like I said, I noticed he was playing cover 2 and he's using a safety, so that's why I just had to be patient. He can't guard 2 streaks with his user. So it's just, you know, like I said, it's crazy, you know. So literally the only way you should lose with the Bucks is if you just make a poor read. That's literally the only way. Besides that, if you really just hit your reads, you have no business losing, because you'll have all the time in the world more than likely. But anyways, so this is another setup like I like. So instead of just putting him on like a backside post, I put him on a slant, so just in case he was zone dropping. But you could tell X is still just going to get wide open. And one thing I will say, I actually missed a lot of reads, so you guys are probably gonna talk about in the comments, but it's some one play touchdowns I did miss, and there's some one play touchdowns that I did miss, and you guys will be able to see that here in a little bit. But this is just a great dink and dunk offense. So sometimes I really wasn't looking over the top, sometimes I was. It really just depends. Now this setup right here, I really love it, because basically we're going to make the user choose, and we have a backside flood concept going on with the post, and then a backside drag with the tight end on post route. So that way we have just a lot of options. You guys can tell Mike Evans unguarded, well, not going to be able to be guarded. We get a great animation, and of course you can tell we wasn't in the end zone. So here we go, 14-7. And this right here, the post play. So you guys know the post play is really good. You technically can run this play stock, but there's so much you can do out of this play. It's crazy. So right here, basically, I'm gonna just do a flood concept, basically, and I'm gonna go ahead and motion over this corner out to turn it into a post. But I forgot to put it to a post to the corner, so that's why I did flip to a corner. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it on a post. So basically, I'm gonna make the user choose between R1 and circle, and I'm actually going to just, you know, that's how I'm reading it. So R1 circle. So I see choose R1. So look at circle. I see him wide open. You see, that's why actually Tom Brady spent, because I went to go hit circle, but I didn't realize how far up in the pocket I had gotten. But circle was definitely gonna get delivered for a nice dot, and thankfully I didn't fumble. I'm actually surprised. Now, that's how you know they be cheating for Brady, because if that was any other quarterback taking a big hit, they would have definitely fumbled, especially after a spin move, and they didn't let Brady fumble. I tell you, this game is biased towards Brady. That's why I say you should almost never lose with the Bucks, because they definitely show some favoritism to Brady, which, I mean, I don't blame them, but, you know, I mean, come on now. But right there, like I said, we're 10 for 13, so we really only missed 3 reads, and some of those was definitely my fault, you guys seen, but like I said, I'm not really doing nothing too flashy, and the good thing, you can really just do the same type of concept. So right here, I'm thinking of a flood concept, and I want the user to actually be held by X, so I'm actually reading R1 right here. But had I been reading square, I could have actually had a nice dot, but like I said, I was actually reading R1 to see if I could throw over the top of his zone drop. But like I said, even if I'm missing reads, you guys can see that they're there, you know. So it's just crazy, and I hope you guys are looking at the setups too, because the setups are really what's important. That's why I do these videos. just so I can kind of talk. But right here, I noticed he was playing, anytime he come out in this look, it normally was cover 2. So what I'm going to do here is motion that guy out so he can't guard 2 streaks. And right here, I'm looking at his user. I see his user vacate, and I'm just staring at R1. I'm like, no way he's actually going to be with that wide open. And that safety, of course, was rotated on the wrong side. So that's why we were able to go and get the 1-play touchdown, since his safety was not correctly aligned the way it should be. So yeah, you guys can see, you know, the only way, like I said, you should lose is if you beat your own self. You can tell Tom Brady's lit up now. And right here, I'm actually just kind of playing around with setups. So right here, I'm actually going to motion this crosser over. So I have just basically backside crosser. So I'm reading between R1 and triangle. That's what I'm reading. But he's actually using the middle safety, and I noticed that. So I'm going to go ahead and deliver that strike right there. And like I said, this offense is just hard because you can't be sneaky like that. You know, like anytime you go against bunts, never ever use it at middle third and cover 3 unless you are just, you know for a fact what you're doing. Even then, it's really, really tough because there's a lot of ways you can manipulate cover 3 besides the deep third. So I suggest you probably just won't even do that, because he probably did try to D-pad both his cornerbacks to kind of help, but you just can't do that, you know. So right here, like I said, the general setup, you guys know. So watch circle. It's just, you know, like, it's crazy. Like, I probably could have racked that and actually turned it up the field, but I'm just so used to possession catching. That's why I just went and possession catched it. But I mean, what do you do? You know, like, I mean, of course, there's ways to stop bunch. I'm not saying bunch is just impossible to stop, but against somebody who understands route concepts, bunch is really, really hard to stop, honestly, because there's only so much your defense can do, especially if you're playing some type of zone coverage, and if you're playing man coverage, it's even harder. So the best way you really have to stop bunch is really just blitzing. You know, that's really the only way you can stop, unless you have unless you just have like a really nice like match principle style defense. Then bunch can be really, really tough to stop, honestly. That's why a lot of pros run it because like you could just do so much out of it, you know. And I think it's crazy. Hopefully on Madden 23 though, bunch is less overpowered, and I would love for a different formation to get love. So like maybe on Madden 23, like a doubles formation would be, you know, the meta, you know, so something like that, you know, maybe somehow switch it up, you know, that'd be cool. But like I said, that's what my channel is dedicated for, to hopefully drive the meta to different formations for, you know, the meta offenses. That's my hope, because I love individuality on Madden, but not a lot of people are doing it. So it's like, you know, because if everybody's running gun bunch, trips tight end, you know, what's another one? Gun bunch, trips tight end, bunch tight end, you know, all these formations. It really makes it seem like the game is dull, but there's so many great formations out there, man. That's what my channel's for. That's why I truly appreciate you guys that are here, because as I grow, I'll be able to continue to give you guys more and more and more formations to run. And also the cool thing too, I'm working on something big here, man. I'm actually excited. I really can't wait to tell you guys about it. So just know Rail's working, man. Rail is working for sure. So I'm getting this content out for you guys, and I'm working on a bigger picture style project, and it should be coming out here soon with details. And I think you guys will really, really love it. But basically, this is actually about to be the last drive, I'm pretty sure. So right here, I'm just kind of trying out concepts right here. So basically, square is actually a great man beater for a post route automatically. So I wanted to do a crosser and a post. So maybe I could have fit square, but I was looking at R1. So we're going to go ahead and do a possession catch right there to go and fall down. Now, this dude, he was okay. I think after the game, he was actually ranked 400 or something. Now his record wasn't, I don't know, his record was weird. It was like 640 something and like 500 or something like that. But I mean, I'm not gonna say he was bad or anything, but that's just his record. You know how it is on Regs. You know how people just have these crazy, like playing like almost, you know, 2,000 games. That is crazy. I think on this account, I think I've only played about 200 games. I think only 200, because like I said, I only play like one game a day, and I think my record is something like I think I'm like 180 and like 100 or something like that. But like I said, I don't really just sit, I don't grind at all. Like I just get on here, get content, and I get off, you know. So like I'm not trying to win every game or nothing like that. So I just get what I need, and I just, a lot of times I might quit out, or I might just, you know, X out. It just really just depends how Madden is. Like I said, I don't come on here to win. I just come on here strictly give you guys content. But if you guys want to see me try to grind so you guys can see, you know, how does Rage Rail play, or I could do like a scheme over team thing. I don't know if that's something you guys would want to see. Because I never really challenged myself this year to see how many games I could win and grind the leaderboards. I never done any of that. I literally just get content for you guys. But if that's something you want to see, man, let me know too, because I definitely don't mind, you know, just come on here playing a couple games and record them for you guys so you guys can actually see the journey and how I use it. But right there, you can tell I literally missed a wide open read. I watched, you know, it's crazy. I watched watched him glow too. Like even playing this game, I watched him and I was like, nah. Like I literally just said nah. I was like, I'm just gonna hit circle just to see if I can throw it. That's just how my mind goes sometimes. I was like, I just want to see if I can complete this. But yeah, I definitely should have just hit my read. But right here I wasn't tripping because I wanted to kind of test his offense out in the red zone. I noticed he was playing man coverage, so I'm going to go ahead and send him on a backside slant. So I'm thinking either R1 or circle. R1 or circle. So I see R1 and I'm going to go ahead and hit circle because his user was too slow. And that's how we scored that touchdown. But anyways, man, that's going to wrap it up for this video. I do hope you guys have a blessed day. I'm Rage Real and I'm out.